I just picked up this lane exact detail diecast car. It's a 1/18 scale. It's a 1970 Oldsmobile 442 W30. I thought that I'd do an unboxing and we can see how these cars are packaged, how they are I guess presented, the box and that. So bear with me as we unpack this. So it's just in a box. It's got a certificate of authenticity. It just tells you that, it just says that it's exact detail. It's number 732 of 750. So the total production run of this car was 750. And in the box, it's packaged in styrofoam. So it's just two pieces. It comes in sort of a foam, sort of paper, just to, I guess, protect it, isolate it from the styrofoam. I have seen some of them in a tissue paper. I find that the tissue paper causes a discoloration in some, for some of the cars. So I like the foam type of wrapping better than the tissue paper wrapping. So this is just a wrapping that we can take off. So that is the car's first time, I think, well, first time with me. It might have been taken out of the box years ago. These were made around 2004 to 2006. It'll say on the underside of the car, it'll give a date. This one is in beautiful condition. I think it's a Matador red. I think that's what they called it. In this case here, this is a lane exact detail for a 1970 442 W30 in Matador red. It's a limited run, like I said, of 750 cars. This is a very detailed die-cast reproduction of one of Oldsmobile's most popular 442s. There was, of the real car, there was 2,574 of these cars made. That is the 442 W30. This is a holiday coupe, and there's a holiday coupe and a sports coupe for the 442s, as well as the convertibles that you see here. The holiday coupe has no frame around the window glass for the doors. The sport coupe, it was based on the F85, and it had the frames and the vent windows, and it wasn't really considered a hardtop because there was structural support that went into the roof, and so they called it a sport coupe, and this is the holiday coupe. In 1970, the 442 reached the zenith of its performance rise. Having outshone many of its contemporaries, the 442 W30 was the top offering for the 442. The 442 W30 consisted of 455 cubic inch, or 7.5 liters for all of the metric people out there, with a cold ram air system that is one of the most iconic ram air systems offered on any car of this era. This was sort of like a standout, and it just popped. You couldn't help but notice the ram air system on these cars. The W30 system, or the W30 option on the 442 consisted of a ram air hood induction system with an aluminum W30 intake, different heads, different valve springs, different cam, and it was rated at 370 horsepower, and I think 500 foot-pounds of torque. It was available with either a TH Turbo 400 transmission automatic, or it was available with a M20 close ratio 4-speed. It also had an option for very limited W27 aluminum center section rear end, and that would come with 391 rear gears. This also has the optional wing. It's a very detailed car. So we'll just take a look on the underside of this. So you can see that the detail on this is quite extensive. It's really well done. You can even see the steel that they've got in there for the brake lines, the gas line. It's a nicely done, well detailed car. It'll be hard to see, but under the hood, we've got a nice detail of the engine bay with the red inner fender wells. That's part of the W30 option. Now the door is open, and you can see the detail on the interior. You can see that this detailed car is shown with a 4-speed transmission. You can barely see it in there. You can see the seat belts. This is quite a detailed piece. It's a beautiful car, and it's a nice car to add to my collection. I mainly collect Oldsmobiles, Cutlasses, 442s, Cutlass Supremes, and Cutlass Supreme SXs. That's basically my main body of my collection. You can see here I've got two other 70 442 W30 cars, one in orange with the white interior, white stripes, and the other is the yellow 442 with the black stripes and black interior. So this is part of my collection. This one is just, like I said, I just picked it up this week, and I thought I would do an unboxing video and just see the detail of this car, and how they're packaged, and what comes with the car. Definitely, you know, with the certificate of authenticity, the number, that gives you all, you know, the information on the car that you have. Thought I'd get a close-up video, just showing the detail of the car, and you can see it is quite a detailed car. Now you can see a little better that it's a 4-speed representation of the 442. And we'll just turn it a bit so we can get a better shot of the interior. Wait for this to focus. Come on, focus. I had to pause the video and restart it just to get it to focus in on the car. So you can see the detail. It even has a GM sticker on the inside of the door. And then come around here, we look in the trunk, we can see the spare, the tire jack, the detail in the trunk. It is a very detailed car. It's a beautiful, beautiful color. If I was, if I got one of these cars, I would love to have it in a red with the white stripes, with the black interior and the red inner fender wells. I think that this color just rocks. This is an amazing looking car. I wish I had the real thing. So there's a better shot of the engine compartment. You can just pick out the detail on this. This is quite just beautiful. It just shows everything. You've got the wires, you got the windshield washer bottle, the battery, the color of the engine, the color of the master cylinder, the intake you can see is aluminum. Everything is just really nice. Even has the sticker for the engine. So right there, it would you'd have the it would have the engine sticker. It would just tell you the size, what engine came in this car, and then you'd have your rad sticker. So there's the unboxing of the 1970 442 W30. This is a replacement for a vehicle that I had on display, and in the I guess in the display something happened. It fell off the shelf and it got broken. So the wing was broken and I lost one of the front wheels. I put it all together and I fixed it, and I had it displayed, but I wasn't happy with just the damage. And so this car is a replacement. So I have this car downstairs, put away, and boxed, and I don't have it displayed because of the damage to it. And it just bugged me. The wing was the worst part. You couldn't tell that it had lost a wheel because I was able to put it all together. But the wing, I was never happy with how it looked, and I wanted a replacement that was pristine. And I'm not sure if I'm going to show this or if I'm going to put it back in the box yet. So I'm going to think about that. I have other 442s that I can, that I have displayed. And it's a hard thing to decide if you want to leave it boxed or if you want to unbox and display. So right now it's hard for me to choose what I want to do with it, because once you unbox them and you let them out and you don't have them in a sealed display case, they just get dirty. The dust gets into the interior, and it's really hard, especially like on a black interior, to clean. On a hardtop, it's a little easier on a convertible, and I just find that I use a microfiber towel and Q-tips and a toothbrush, and that will get most of the dust out of the car. But yeah, it's just a question of how you want to display your cars. And I have a lot of cars that are just out, not boxed up. So, it's just one of those things where I'm starting to just put them back in the boxes and leave them boxed up now. And then I just display the boxes. I don't know. That's each to their own, I guess. Anyway, that is the unboxing and some information on the 1970 442 W30. Hope to have another video of one of my other cars soon. Like and comment. Let me know if there's a car that you want to see. I'll see what I have in my collection, and I might be able to do a video on a car that you're interested in. Anyway, have a good day.